As your summer garden is coming to an end, you might be wanting to save some tomato seeds for next year, and you definitely want to do that while your plants are still producing a decent amount of tomatoes because you never know when it may be your last tomato of the season for that variety. There are different ways to save seeds, and I'll show you how my dad does it and now how I do it. So the most common method of seed saving for tomato seeds that I have seen is the fermentation method. So people will take a jar and then they'll squeeze their tomato guts into the jar, fill it with water, and then let it sit on their kitchen counter for a couple days. And then they'll take a strainer, pour the goop out, and then rinse it off and then let the seeds dry. However, even though it is a normal part of the process, it is supposed to get moldy and disgusting on the top, and it smells really bad. I don't want that on my kitchen counter, so I have an alternative method for saving my tomato seeds. It does take a little bit more work, and it's probably better for the home gardener if you just want to save a couple of seeds to grow in the next season. If you are trying to do some mass seed saving, it might not be the best method for you. The fermentation method is good for mass seed saving, but it's disgusting. So for home gardeners, this is a great method, and honestly, I think it's a little relaxing. You are going to need a paper towel, the tomatoes you want to save seeds from, and a toothpick. And what you want to do is get the tomato guts out, get all of the seeds out, and just squeeze it out onto the paper towel. I am just going to do one of these tomatoes right now, and what you're going to do is take your toothpick and spread the seeds out on the paper towel. And then take a seed and push the seed around the paper towel. There is a gelatinous sac that is coating these tomato seeds, and that's what you want to make sure is removed because if left on, that moisture is what could make the seeds go bad and not be viable. The gel sac actually contains a chemical that keeps the seeds from germinating, and for fallen tomatoes, the seeds could sprout once the gel sac has rotted away. But because we are saving these, we need the gel sac off now and for the seeds to be dry before storing them. You can use the toothpick to kind of puncture that gel sac and free the seed, and then just push it around the paper towel a little bit more. And you can see how clean this seed looks. It looks like it just came out of the seed pack. So keep doing this until you have the amount of seeds saved that you want. And yes, this might seem like more work, but for just a few seeds, it's quick and easy. And earlier, like I said, it's kind of relaxing. It's almost like those desktop Zen gardens for me. Once you have the amount of seeds that you want, put them on a plate or wax paper, whatever. This is just one of my cat's spare food dishes that she was so kind to lend me. And just transfer the seeds onto whatever you're using and let them fully dry. Usually all it needs is overnight to fully dry because you've taken that gel sac off, and by pushing it against the paper towel, it dries it a little bit more. And just make sure if you're doing more than one tomato variety at a time to label them, and label them again when you store them away when they are fully dry. Again, it's not the most effective way for mass seed saving, but it's perfect for the home gardener. And if it's a good enough method for my dad, it's good enough for me.